Hello, Gene the OK Boomer here. Welcome to today's vlog. Prepare to be outraged. What I'm going to do today is very simple. I'm just going to read you an excerpt from an article that appeared in yesterday's Wall Street Journal. That would be Thursday. I'm recording this Friday. You're seeing it on Monday. But this really is outrageous. As always, I've linked to the entire article in the description. So I urge everybody to read the whole article. But let's go right to the headline. U.S. in talks to pay hundreds of millions to families separated at border. This would be unlawful alien families, in case you were wondering. The Biden administration is in talks to offer immigrant families that were separated during the Trump administration around $450,000 a person in compensation, according to people familiar with the matter, as several agencies work to resolve lawsuits filed on behalf of parents and children who say the government subjected them to lasting psychological trauma. In other words, they feel bad, so we're going to give each of these people $450,000. The U.S. Departments of Justice, Homeland Security, and Health and Human Services are considering payments that could amount to $1 million a family. Though the final numbers could shift. I don't know why I'm laughing. This isn't funny. The American Civil Liberties Union, of course, which represents families in one of the lawsuits, has identified about 5,500 children separated at the border over the course of the Trump administration, citing figures provided to it by the government. The number of families eligible under the potential settlement is expected to be smaller, the people said, as government officials aren't sure how many will come forward. You got to be kidding. For $450,000, well, $1 million a family, and they're not sure how many people will come forward. A lot of people will come forward. My little editorial comment. In fact, I will say that even some families, unlawful alien families that don't qualify, will come forward and try to finagle the system and fool the government. Anyways, according to this article, around 940 claims have so far been filed by the families, the people said. The total potential payout could be $1 billion or more. So let that sink in for a section. We have an administration that does not want to spend one thin dime on securing the border, but for these people who unlawfully came over the border that we are not enforcing, the collective amount could be $1 billion or more. Again, up to $1 million a family. Imagine that. You pay a coyote $5,000 or whatever to unlawfully come into the country, and now the government is going to give you $450,000 or $1 million a family. As I said, prepare to be outraged. If you're not outraged by now, you're either not paying attention or you're a liberal. And by the way, I'm a conservative, if you haven't guessed by now, so always keep that in mind when you evaluate whatever I say. But I don't know how this could be good news for anybody except a liberal. As I said, it's an outrage. Anyways, like 3 more paragraphs, and then that'll be it for today. Many of the lawsuits describe lasting mental health problems for the children from the trauma of the months without their parents in harsh conditions, including anxiety, a fear of strangers, and nightmares. The lawsuits seek a range of payouts, with the average demand being roughly $3.4 million per family, some of the people said. So $1 million's not enough. They're asking for $3.4 million per family. It's really outrageous. Mental health problems in other words, they're like kids in orphanages, okay? They're like kids, we don't give $450,000 to kids in orphanages. Lasting mental health problems, give me a break. Anyways, 2 more paragraphs. I'll try to get through them without an editorial comment, but it's going to be hard. Quote, President Biden has agreed that the family separation policy is a historic moral stain on our nation that must be fully remedied, unquote, said Lee Gallant, deputy director of the ACLU's Immigrant Rights Project and a lead negotiator on one of the lawsuits. Quote, that remedy must include not only meaningful monetary compensation, but a pathway to remain in the country, unquote. So give them millions of bucks and then they get to stay in the country, and you can be sure that somewhere that they're going to be working overtime to give these people, well, we're already talking amnesty, but to give them citizenship, to make these people citizens. I guess I broke my commitment, or, well, it wasn't a commitment, it was an attempt. I promised I would try not to interject another editorial comment, but I mean, my God. Anyways, last paragraph. Some Republicans criticized the potential payments on Thursday afternoon after the Wall Street Journal reported on them. Quote, the Biden administration's promises of citizenship and entitlement programs have already caused the worst border crisis in history. A huge cash reward will make it even worse, unquote, Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas said, stating the obvious. I mean, as I said, I'll say it for the umpteenth time, outrageous. I've already written and phoned both of my senators. I'm in Tennessee. That would be Marsha Blackburn and Bill Hagerty. But you should contact your representatives and senators too. Your tax dollars at work. Millions of dollars, billions of dollars to unlawful aliens. Isn't that wonderful? And that's it for today. Thanks as always for stopping by. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions for future topics, there's a comment section below the video. You could also subscribe. I love getting new subscribers. You could share this video with anybody you think would also like it. Send it to your congressman or senator. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. I look forward to seeing all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.